In RB8, resources provide your business with a service or support. Reporters, videographers, interpreters, scopists, and account executives or sales reps are some examples of resources. Now, resources do not have to be individuals. They can be other reporting agencies that cover your jobs for your firm or your in-house conference rooms. To enter new resources, you can go to Setup and select Resources function, or click this icon on the standard toolbar. And I'll go right-click New to add a new resource. Again, do not enter display name. You like to tap down to first name, last name part and enter those names first. Let's say I want to add a reporter, Lisa Welch. And once you enter first name, last name, then you can go back up to display name drop down, and system will give you several choices. Now, what I recommend, unlike a contact, for the resources, I want you to go ahead and select the last name, comma, first name. Because when you do reports and lists on the screen, this way it'll be alphabetized correctly. Then go ahead and enter her home address or mailing address for the checks or 1099 forms. The phone number, there are several phone numbers, main, alternate phone number. And also, there's something that is important to note is that a mobile phone number, when you enter the reporter's cell phone number, make sure you put 1 in front of it. And this is to make our SMS or text messaging work. So you can enter 1-832-555-1234, for example. Now, what RB8 will do, when you do notify their job assignments for next day, you have an option called SMS or simple messaging service, where this mobile phone number will be used to notify their job assignments. Now, also, the button next to this mobile phone number can also be used if you click on it, and you can also send them a quick text message to their cell phone. This way, you do not have to try to type the text message using your own cell phone. This will be much easier and faster to send them a short text message to their cell phone. Go ahead and select the resource type in the drop-down. The warning will be something that you have to know about this reporter. So you can put the warning in that box. In the additional tab, you will go ahead and put in that reporter's email address, and this is very critical because we will be emailing all their job assignments via email. You can change the communication type to email, and there are 3 dates, date of birth, started and terminated. The web account name and password is for their RB Web login so that they can check their calendar, their pay statements, and also do the online turn-in. Now, in the Pay Info tab, here are all the information that is pertaining to how we pay this reporter and when we pay this reporter. First of all, you want to go ahead and set the priority level, and the default in RB8 is something like this, where you can say this reporter is staff or overflow or affiliate or other agencies that you work with. The pay rate group, you can select the pay rate groups you define, and under each group there are several rate tables. For example, this one, my level A, this is the 70% reporter. So I'll go ahead and select the default rate table so that RBA can automatically calculate the reporter's pay every single time that you generate invoices. This will be their SS number. You also select their pay group from the drop down, whether you pay them twice a month or every other week, bi-weekly, or once a month, or so on and so forth. Now, original term and a copy term, these two fields determine when they get paid. Now, term 0, we call that upfront reporter. You pay them whenever invoice is generated. On the other hand, if you select 9999, that indicates this reporter is what's called wait reporter, that you wait until attorney pays the bill before you pay this reporter on the original. And you can also do the same thing on the copy side. And for example, you might guarantee or pay original upfront, so you want to make it 0. But when it comes to copies, you might wait until attorney pays the bill before you pay the reporter. So that'll be 0 for the original term and a 9999 for the copy term. And the rest of the fields really pertains to the reporter payables. And there are other sessions that we cover very much in detail those fields. If you click on the work schedule tab, the blue square, which represents the 30 minutes, represents their availability. So this is their standard normal work schedule, so that this reporter works Monday through Friday, every day, 8 to 8. Now, if a particular date, if the reporter does not work, and all you have to do, let's say this reporter does not work on Wednesdays, whatever reason, that you simply click on the first square and then simply drag to make it white blocks. That means this reporter is not available on Wednesdays as a normal work schedule. At this point, go ahead and click the Save button to get a few additional tabs, and then you will go into certification to add or to keep track of certifications that this reporter has. So for example, I can say this reporter is the RPR, and you pick a date that this reporter have achieved that certification, and it's active, and you can enter any kind of remarks there. In the specialties tab, we basically keep track of what we call job specialties. So for example, these are the drop-down values that I created in the code manager under the specialties. So this reporter is capable of doing real-time, rough draft, and medical, and she has the passport, which means that she's able to travel with a client to foreign countries. Now, the specialties you enter here for this reporter will be used when you do job assignment and job requires certain specialties, and RBA will match up the job specialty requirements with reporter's specialties, so that I do not have to see every single reporter for every single job. Instead, the RBA will do the matching for me. And then at this point, we can go ahead and save and close to save this reporter.